time to act. American athletes opt for vegetarianism. An article in the Princetonian, the newspaper of the esteemed Princeton University in the United States, reports that the growing trend of athletes who are vegetarian is partly a result of the diet being healthier. Concern for the environment was also an important reason for going veg. Princeton vegetarian athletes interviewed stated that protein could easily be obtained from seeds, nuts, beans and soya. Go Princeton Veggie Tigers! Thank you for being wonderful examples of how athletes can excel in sports through nutritious and easily accessible plant-based foods.
Global conservation organizations designate 2008 as the Year of the Frog. Many scientists predict that as much as half of the frog population is at risk from climate change. Leap year has been called Year of the Frog to raise awareness of the need to protect the amphibian species. Frogs are an important part of the ecosystem and also function as a warning system to humans. Vicky Poole of the National Aquarium in Baltimore, USA states, "If chemicals in the water cause mutations and reproductive problems in frogs, think what it could be doing to humans." We appreciate the message and attention to our frog co-inhabitants, conservationists and scientists. Through God's grace, may our biosphere regain its equilibrium to save precious lives and our planet.
China expands National Environmental Ministry's power. The Chinese government intends to give its environmental agency more authority, according to environmental activists made aware of the plans. They said that the State Environmental Protection Agency, SEPA, will become a full cabinet ministry with an increased budget and staff. China, we applaud your positive steps towards a strong, clean and stable energy future. May heaven grant your environmental endeavours with boundless success.
World Bank and NOAA to assist developing countries through climate change. On Wednesday, the World Bank and US-based National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, signed a new agreement pledging to help developing countries cope with effects of global warming. The assistance includes projects to manage water resources, measure climate change and protect ecosystems. Thank you, World Bank and NOAA, for your contributions and assistance to these nations. May your work bring abundant green comfort for all countries.
Save Your World and Conservation International continue saving rainforests. Through the support of companies such as Whole Foods, the Vitamin Shops and others, Save Your World and Conservation International have fulfilled their first year's commitment to pay the leasing fees for 200,000 acres of Guyana's rainforest. A year into the 30-year agreement with the Guyana Forestry Commission, the two organizations are already making plans for further expansions. Let us hope that the protected rainforest areas will grow up to 500,000 acres by the end of 2010. Bravo and our gratitude, Save Your World and Conservation International, for protecting our sacred rainforests while supporting Guyana's economy. Yours is truly a winning solution for both the Earth and her inhabitants.
Scientists research converting land for production of biofuels. Researchers have been concerned that converting land for the raising of plants for biofuels might release too much carbon into the atmosphere. But according to Iowa State University Plant Sciences Institute Director Stephen H. Howell, the proper choice of lands and the best use of farming practices could minimize the loss of soil carbon. Many thanks, Director Howell, for your essential findings. May we continue to research topics such as these, which are imperative in finding solutions to preserve our glorious planet.
Spanish scientists developed new materials to eliminate harmful atmospheric pollutants. Researchers from the University of Granada have been studying the ability of materials called monolithic carbon aerogels to absorb aromatic hydrocarbons such as benzene, toluene and xylene. Volatile organic compounds like these come from automobile exhausts, industrial emissions and common solvents among other sources. David Ferrain Jimenez of the university's Department of Inorganic Chemistry said that the carbon aerogels are materials with a high concentration of micropores, which is where the absorption of pollutants take place. A big congratulations, Mr. Jimenez and team, on your discovery. May your eco-friendly work soon lead to cleaner air in all the world's cities.
Finnish and US researchers discovered gene linked to drought crop management. Researchers in Finland and California have made a key discovery of a gene that regulates the amount of carbon dioxide plants absorb, as well as the amount of water vapor they release. This may allow scientists to understand how to develop crops that can survive in very dry places, helping them to adapt to climate change. Kudos and our best wishes Finnish and US researchers on this critical finding. May your future developments continue to balance a respect for nature with the goal of benefiting humanity.
On Energy Saving Day, Anglican Bishop calls for climate change action. On Wednesday, environmental and religious groups joined Britain's major energy companies in support of the first ever Energy Saving, or E-Day. The Anglican Bishop of London, Dr. Richard Shart, said conserving energy is a moral duty. He highlighted the effects already experienced by many from climate change. Dr. Shart stated, "The science changes year by year, but the moral imperative remains the same." Our hats off, UK, for joining together to recognise Energy Saving Day. You have shown us that personal action can make a noticeable difference for the health of our environment.
Northern Ireland suspends import of animals. In the latest move to stop the spread of blue tongue disease, North Ireland has suspended the import of farm animals for a week. At least one case had already been discovered in a cow that had been imported from the Netherlands. Blue tongue disease is spread by an insect that seems to be extending its range with warmer temperatures and is contagious to cows, sheep and goats. May a shift to a more compassionate vegetarian diet bring about greater protection through sustainable practices that reduce global warming.
Temperatures in Tibet are rising quickly. The Tibet Autonomous Region, regarded as a barometer for the world's climate, has been experiencing increasingly warm winters since the year 2000, with record average highs over the last 2 years. Experts say that this temperature rise underscores the impact of global warming, with 2 natural disasters in the year 2000 alone that have been directly attributed to climate change effects. Our sincere gratitude all researchers involved in sharing these significant weather pattern changes. We pray for divine wisdom to act with greater understanding and quickly finding a more sustainable balance with our cherished planet Earth.
Environmental lobby group calls for the British government to replace the European Union regulated tax system with a green taxation plan.
French President Nicolas Sarkozy announced a 5-year, €2.5 billion plan to create 300,000 jobs in sub-Saharan Africa.